welcome back to another video. I am the iTunes fanboy. In this video, I want to give a rundown of new Apple products that will probably release later this year, so let's begin. Because Apple usually refreshes their regular AirPods every 2 years, and because of EU regulations, meaning that they're going to have to at least switch to USB-C on AirPods. This means that AirPods 4 will release later in 2023 because AirPods 3 came out in 2021 instead of the Lightning port. However, they're not rumored yet, and even Sam Cole and I update said that they probably would not come out, even though with the EU regulations they might have to, and especially with the reliability of AirPods 3. And they're not rumored yet, so I can't exactly give any features, tell you guys any new features to expect with AirPods 4, though I can definitely say one to expect. The left AirPod in each pair not breaking constantly. Because it's been a while since AirPods Max released back in December 2020, it's safe to say that there probably will be new AirPods Max 2 sometime in the year. They're at least going to get new colors, and maybe they'll even get the H2 chip with all new lossless audio, which will be awesome. Or lossless audio for the first time in AirPods will be so awesome. And again, due to EU regulations, Apple is also going to have to at least give AirPods Pro an update to have a USB-C port. If not, they don't release AirPods Pro 3 later in the year, which again, they might have to because AirPods Pro 2 have an issue with noise crackling and active noise cancellation and transparency modes, where if you're in a really loud environment, they'll just crackle really loudly instead of just turning off the modes on AirPods Pro 1, which is not cool, obviously. That could be fixed with software, though. I'm rambling. That's not the point of this video. Obviously, in the 11th generation iPad, now let's move on to the iPads. Obviously, in the 11th generation iPad is expected to release this fall with new features, hopefully being the camera moved back to the top of the iPad in portrait mode like usual, so that way there's room for Apple Pencil 2 support, which will be awesome. Or if they could, I know they technically can't do this because of the EU, or just please put a lightning port on the iPad 11 if you can't put add Apple Pencil 2 support. Just do that. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that, but seriously, that's not a bad idea. Though, yes, that is. Just add Apple Pencil 2 support, Apple. There's also rumors circulating about an iPad Mini 7 releasing in either late 2023, which is later this year, or early 2024, with its primary feature being a new processor, which I expect to be the A16. However, I cannot guarantee it will release in 2023 based on rumors. There is also potential for a new iPad Air from the M2 processor and a new iPad Pro release in 2023, though there are no rumors for those, so they cannot be guaranteed. Though, again, they're usually due for a refresh sometime this year, so they might. Though they're going to be very small upgrades, if any. The only feature I can get and possibly envision them getting besides upgraded chips is keyboards with functional keys like on the 10th generation iPad, which they did not bring to the Pro higher-end iPads. Seriously, Apple. Now let's move on to the Macs. There are rumors for a new Mac Mini with an M2 processor and even a higher-end version with the M2 Pro chip to release next March. However, the only new feature that we know of is the new processors. There are also leaks for new 14 and 16-inch MacBook Pros with M2 and M2 Max processors. However, like with the new Mac Mini, their only new features will be the new processors. There are also rumors of a cheaper 15-inch MacBook to release sometime in 2023, though it could wait until 2024. There are also rumors for a new iMac to release in 2023 with the M2 chip and potentially a new black iMac Pro. There may be a new Mac Pro in 2023, though if it releases, it will only have the M2 Ultra chip, though Apple will probably completely discontinue the Mac Pro, since I know Apple said that they're going to release an Apple Silicon Mac Pro back at their March event. However, since their March event, the start of WWDC, they replaced all the Mac Pros in their offices with Mac Studios and iMacs, making me think there might not be a next generation, a new Mac Pro, especially given how little love it's getting. Now let's move on to Apple Watches. The Apple Watch Series 9, potentially an Ultra 2, will release in September. However, the new features are unknown at this point because besides the Apple Watch Ultra 2 getting satellite connectivity. On the bright side, the Apple Watch Series 9 will probably get an upgraded chip. Later this year, we will be getting an iPhone 15 Pro, 15 Ultra instead of the 15 Pro Max, and maybe a 15 and a 15 Plus. Those are uncertain because of the iPhone 14 and 14 Plus's extremely low sales. If the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus exist, then they will have the A16 chip of the current iPhone 14 Pro, and they will also inherit the dynamic island from the iPhone 14 Pro. How fun, not. The iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Ultra are expected to have a redesign of the flat front but curved titanium sides, and the curves will be like in iPhone 5C, and I'll get one so that way I can show you. 5C to reference what design I'm talking about with the front come totally flat front and the screen however curved sides. The iPhone 15 Pro and Ultra will also get the Apple A17 processor, 8GB of RAM, taptic buttons, and a new periscope lens for capturing very highest quality images while being zoomed in. The iPhone 15 Ultra will also introduce a second front camera lens for the first time, which I'm praying Apple can do about adding a front camera bump. However, they're still not going to be eliminating the ugly and uncomfortable rear camera bump, unfortunately. Of course, all the iPhone 15 models will get a USB-C port, and the iPhone 15 Pro and Ultra will have USB 3.2 transfer speeds. However, the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus are still going to keep USB 2.0 transfer speeds despite USB-C coming, so they're not going to be faster than Lightning. Apple's mixed AR/VR headset may also come out in 2023 with an M2 chip and a price tag of circa $1,500, though considering that we have been hearing leaks of that for years, we'll probably never see it. Apple is expected to release iOS 17, iPadOS 17, watchOS 10, macOS 14, and tvOS 17 at WWDC 23 in June. However, new features and support for those are unknown. As always, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and thank you all for watching this, and as always, I'm the iTunes Fanboy, and peace out.